There is a name for that. That is called a... give me a sec. I'm going to remember the name of that. But the... I think that's still technically... In the lungs, it's called a pneumothorax. In an artery, if it's blocked, it's called ischemia. If it is blown, I can't remember what that is called. I don't know if that's considered to be a hemorrhage.
It's a lot of chicken.
I think that's considered a hemorrhage. So my guess, this is 100% incorrect, but my best guess, I would call that, like, outside of just an arterial bleed, I would call that a brain hemorrhage. Like an arterial brain hemorrhage. Yeah. I don't know the technical name for that.
I love Professor Malin.
I'm making a bad professor. Is that an aneurysm? No, an aneurysm is a little bit different. So an aneurysm is closer to a TIA, like an ischemic attack. So an aneurysm, my understanding of an aneurysm is a different type of blockage to the brain. So, man, now I'm second guessing myself.
Should I brine this right now? I'll brine it tomorrow.
I actually have to look this up. I should know the answer to this. What is the difference between a TIA and an aneurysm?
Hey, we stalled long enough that I can put...
Yes.
Ta-da!
You are correct. You are correct. That is an aneurysm. So an aneurysm is a ballooning of the blood vessel. So that is 100% what that is. Thank you.
Aneurysm is a weakening wall of an artery that bulges outward till it bursts.
Yeah. Yeah. So the I'm going down the rabbit hole. So now what's the difference between an aneurysm and an ulcer?
Doesn't ulcers involve blood? The aneurysm also blood? Dun, 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 dun. Is this big enough? Oh my god, I did it! Rubber band to hold it in place. Let's go. Genius.
All right. Penetrating aortic ulcer. Your aorta is the main artery leading into your... You have a descending aorta and an ascending aorta that goes in and out of your heart.
An ulcer is specifically an erosion of the intestinal tract.
Now, it's not just the... It is not localized to your intestinal tract. You can have ulcers everywhere. You can have ulcers on your mouth. Like, it is a condition of... I think you can have exterior ulcers and interior ulcers. So for example, an aortic ulcer versus an aneurysm. A penetrating aortic ulcer is an area that erodes into the lining of the aorta. The wall becomes weakened and may form a localized outpouching. Okay, so an ulcer. All right. So an ulcer is the initial formation of the weakening of the arterial lining. So you can have an arterial ulcer that will lead to an aneurysm. So when the wall weakens, it's an ulcer. When it starts to balloon, because that